more than 3 inches of snow fell on the west coast of Dashville. Locals were seen shoveling snow off the yard. Your Honor, I was assaulted. The plans for the day are big. You know what else was big? My brain. So me and my big brain have come up with an idea. You see this land over here? Here, I want giant flower fields. So that would mean that we'll have to raise this entire land to the height of that one. And by the entire land, I mean all of this, till wherever your eyes can see. There's also this ravine over here that I'd like to cover up because there's nothing of interest for me down there anymore. We'd also need to go to the other side, so a bridge is the way to go. So I was thinking a diagonal bridge, starting from over here going all the way across. But there's a teeny tiny problem in our plan. You see this river over here? This is pathetic. I mean, just look at it. It's so small. And I'd like my bridge to be rather long, so this river needs to be wider. Anyway, so what we'll have to do is push part of this cliff back a little. You know, something that I've been enjoying recently is not letting the vanilla terrain decide how my builds are going to turn out to be. That also means that I'm going to be terraforming a lot, so that's double the fun. Anyway, so I've already started working on the mountains, so let me get this done and I'll see you guys in a bit. And there we have it, guys. The earth has been carved. Now this is not the final form, but I am happy with the dimensions and the shape of it. So I guess we can go ahead. And I was thinking, why don't we just... Beautiful. Now it is taking up from the initial surface, but as I mentioned earlier, this land is going to be raised. There's also going to be some randomized andesite just below the dirt layer, so I've left some space for that. But so far, it's not looking that bad. I don't know if you have noticed, but we also have some coarse dirt at the bottom over here to kind of look like wet mud or something like sea sand. I don't know. Eventually, I want to clear the rest of this cliff and customize the river too, but not today. Oh, and did I show you guys? I worked a little on the path over here. I added these 2 trees and I think they look kind of cute. It's like they look like big brother and little brother, or maybe little sister and big sister. And they make the path feel just a tiny bit more enjoyable to walk on. I also made this new path, so now when you come down from here, you can either go down this way or go up this way. And I just love this path so much, I just keep finding excuses to come and walk down here. There's also this very picturesque view that we get of the Mage's outpost from this path, which looks absolutely stunning. I also took this really cool photo of it when the last time it was raining, and it has a rather sinister vibe to it, but it still looks absolutely stunning nevertheless. But anyway, right, time to get back to work. So let me raise this land and I'll see you guys in a bit. It is done. And don't even ask me how much dirt this took. I wouldn't be able to tell you without crying. But would you look at that? And this is not even 50% completion. And it already is epic. And you know what the best part is? Most of it is filled in. And if you've ever felt like taking my advice, this is your time. Listen, if you ever feel like filling your terraformed land in, don't. Just punch yourself in the face and stop being an idiot. I wish I could tell that to myself. But it's too late for that now. Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that some things are just going to be hollow. The most you need is a 2-layer thick ground, and that's it. But anyway, I think we should start working on the fields now. So look, in front of us is a blank canvas. So our first step is going to be planning. And for that, we're going to make use of a map. I've actually never done this before, so I want to see how it feels to actually make use of an in-game map to plan the build. And of course, it doesn't fit in one map. Let me go and grab another one real quick. Alright, so here we are. So the top right corner of the map is this part right here. The bottom left is behind us, and of course the top left corner is in front right there. I think by using a map, we'll completely eliminate the requirement for us to fly up into the sky just to get an aerial view of the area. I guess that's a good thing. So let me get this planted, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Boom! I got it planned. And it's amazing. Maps are just so useful for planning fields out. I highly recommend it. I had a very specific vision for this in mind, and I must say it turned out exactly how I imagined it. Now, in case it isn't obvious already, the ones in the pink are the fields and the yellow lines are the paths. And each one of these individual fields is going to be assigned to a different type of flower. So, for example, this one's going to be peonies. The one beside it here, this is going to be lilacs, I guess. And you see this path over here. I think right at this path, I want a step up. And then have this field over here be higher than the others. And I also place the sign down to remind me. And then I guess we can fill the field with those light blue swamp flowers. I don't know what those are called. But now that we have the plans down, I guess it's time to start building. So why don't we do that in the form of a montage? In the form of a montage. Oh, what a beauty. Doesn't that look great? I'm actually trying to get a good view for the screenshot, for the thumbnail. I actually got a lot more done than I showed in the montage because I was kind of running out of storage space. So, first things first, this bridge. Nothing too fancy over here, it's just a simple stone and spruce wood bridge, but I kind of like the simplicity of it. I didn't go for any extra complicated designs because first off, it's a very small space, and I didn't want to do off the other good builds or anything else in the area with the overcomplicated bridge. So I kind of went with the simpler style. I also made these two really cool trees, and they're really close to each other, but they fill the space in really nicely. I'm quite happy with how they turned out to be. And then there's a beautiful, beautiful flower fields. Wow, such vibrancy, such perfume. And look at these parts, right? Each one of them is just delightful to walk on. This one right here just ends with these hedges over here because you wouldn't want to fall out the mountain, would you? Here we have the blue swamp flowers as promised, and they look really nice alongside the peonies and the lilacs. The only thing that I'm not very fond of is these lily of the valleys over here. And I only realized this after I've finished working on the majority of the field is that they look more green than they look white. And I'm not a big fan of that. I thought they'd look white and dense, but they look none of that. Oh, and there's this empty field over here that I'm not really sure what I want to put in, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. So let me know down in the comments, or if you don't want to comment on the video, you can Join my Discord server and we can have a discussion over there. A builder to build a kind of a discussion. Link is in the description. There's also something really cool about these hydration canals of these flower fields, or water, as I like to call it, is that it's in spirals. I know you already saw them in the montage, but you didn't see them with the flowers planted in. So here you go. I'm not sure how this idea struck me, but I think it kind of gives the fantasy vibe to those fields. It also makes them a little more interesting to look at from the sky, so I'm kind of happy with it. But anyway, guys, I think that brings us to the end of the episode. And until next time, my name has been Weirdo, and thank you guys so much for watching.